Hello and welcome to the Local Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Johnson. The Local Leaders Podcast provides a platform for successful business owners to share their stories, their experiences, their advice, and their ideas in order to help our listeners achieve more success in their business and in their lives. Get ready, another great show is coming up. Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another awesome episode of the Local Leaders Podcast. We are super excited today to be able to bring you Moo Rung of Tsunami. Tsunami is in Fredrick, Maryland, and we want to welcome you to the show. So thanks for being here today, Moo.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And hi, everybody.
Well, we're excited to have you and looking forward to getting to know you a little bit better. And I guess, probably the easiest way to start is to just have you tell us a little bit about Tsunami and how it started and a little bit about the business, and we'll just take it from there.
Okay, Tsunami Ramen is located in 20 North Market Street in Fredrick, Maryland, right in the heart of downtown Fredrick. Small little towns, nice. If you have a chance to stop by, I would highly recommend. We have a lot of activities around the downtowns, and you can go hiking, rock climbing, and you can do a lot of activity around Fredrick. We start in last year in April, probably right around pandemic start, roughly maybe 2 weeks after they announced, shut down, and we just go from there.
Wow, that was bad timing, huh? For the pandemic.
I mean, we start operating since July 2019 under constructions, under signed contract and everything. So normally it take about 4 months for constructions that we planned, but somehow we have the problem with contractors that we have, and then it keep postponing the process until like probably around February, in March. And that time we already realized that the COVID already started in and everything had been delayed, and in March we were able to open, but we were discussing that are we going to be opening now, or are we going to wait, or what should we do with this situation. So we had the group meeting with all the staff member, and finally they say everything shut down, or we cannot do dine-in, or you can do only carry out. So we say, God knows when we can be open. So we say, okay, why don't we start slow first with the carry out and see how's the kitchens operating and dining room operating. It's going to be slow start for us, and it might be a good opportunity for us to operating during the COVID situations.
Yeah, well, it gave you, at least an opportunity to start cooking and preparing food and starting to serve customers and to figure out the things that you had, the issues that you were going to have.
Right. We gonna find out the issues the first few weeks. I think that's why we decided to just keep the ball rolling. Instead of sitting and wait and see how long we gonna we don't know when we can be able to open or reopen the dine-in. But it was fun that time. Like first day we sold like 200 bowls of ramen for the carryout.
Nice.
We had a good support from the locals. We didn't even advertising at all. We just say next day we just put on our Facebook that we're gonna open tomorrow, and a lot of supporting from logos, and and we were thankful for that.
Yes, yes, sir. That actually is a really good start, and especially with no advertising or anything like that, just a Facebook post. Hey, come on, we're open.
Yes,
And
that's all we did. We just
yeah,
post a picture that we're gonna open, and next day the phone keep ringing. The phone just keep ringing.
well, that's I love the concept of the bowls. And now, do you do other foods, or is it primarily all bowls?
Um, like our concept is for the ramens. If you go to other places, they offer mostly ramen, but our concept is more, and our concept is to be more casual, dine-in,
Mhm.
very cozy space. We also offer small tapas and also like small rice bowl, and also Asian taco that we introduced to our. So we before we open, we already thought about the concept. We don't want just to be like same thing like every other ramen place, that's tiny place, and they had to cramping eating next to each others, and they have to come and go eat 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and go. We want them to spend time sitting there, relax, and enjoy the atmosphere. Have a cozy place to hang out, and they can stay late night and have some space and between tables, and they can bring their parents and their friends, and because we offer other items more than just the ramen.
Yeah, that's nice, because I don't. I'm trying to think around here. I don't think there's a concept like that here in my local area. It's all the really small places where you just dash in, dash out, pretty much.
Right,
It's kind of built
right,
for takeout and delivery, I think, more than
right.
anything.
Because most of the staff, the ramen place, they're just coming in, and then they just eat 30 minutes, and then they just get out. Like
Yeah,
they need to turn over, and they don't offer any other stuff. But we do offer some rice bowl, some Asian tapas, and the tacos, and a ton of appetizers. So people coming here, they spend hour and a half, some 2 hours, and have a lot of Japanese whiskey, sake, and a lot of cocktails.
I was just about to ask that question, if you served beer and wine and liquor and all those good things.
Yeah, we do full bar. So the concept is just to get people have more comfortable, uh, and being their second home.
Yeah. Well, that helps you keep people in the restaurant, longer, if they can have a cocktail and sit back and relax and enjoy
Right,
time with their friends and their family.
right,
And yeah,
right.
I get
Because
it. That's really cool.
like the ramen is mostly like the new generations. We want them to bring their parents coming in. That's why we have the small bowls, the Asian tapas, that others people who don't eat ramen can have
Yeah.
other food to to come and join. You know. When we start opens, we do only carryouts. I heard ton of customer pick up, and then they say, "Oh man, I cannot wait till you guys open dine-in. We want to come and sit down and enjoy." You
Yeah.
know.
When were you able to open your dining room in Maryland?
Um, in Maryland, I think in we in starting in July, towards the end of July, they start doing the 25% dine-in.
Gotcha. And it's slowly open. Are you 100%
Right.
today, I'm assuming?
Right now we 100% capacity now.
Right. And hopefully that will not change. We
I
all have
hope
our,
so. I'm doing
yeah.
finger loss right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, and that's for every state. And, it's very up and down. You just don't know what tomorrow may bring. And,
Right,
so
right, exactly.
well,
Because in Fredrick's, like we closed out the whole thing and then we changed to 25. And after 25, we go up to 50. And after that, the downtown Frederick's community start having the parklet. They had the table outside. Then we had to adapt things, putting table outside, and those type of things. So we keep on changing. Every 2-3 months, things have changed. So we had to keep adapting. First, we don't need a lot of employee. Now we need a lot of employee, and those type of things that are challenging us.
yeah, it's a moving target, as they say. Yeah. So from a staffing standpoint, are you, like many restaurants in the country, staffing has become an issue since COVID. Are you guys finding employees, or are you kind of struggling with that?
Yes, we are struggle with the staff member right now. Same thing as everybody. I ask around. It's not just the restaurant industry. I think every places have the same problems. We try to post, encourage people to come in. We have posts on the ad, many ad, and unfortunately, not many people coming in for the job applications.
Yeah.
We had a lot of job application, but never have reply back. Or we had only 5 set up for the interview. Maybe only 1 showed up.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the
but
same. That's the same story everybody's saying, is that, trying to get lineup interviews, and you only get a few, and then most of them don't come.
yeah, just nobody showed up.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's really frustrating, and it makes it hard on your people that you have, and you and your family. I'm sure you're probably bringing in everybody, friends and family. Hey, can you help us this weekend?
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I see my friend. Hey, you guys, you have anybody?
Yeah.
You want to help out? Those type of thing.
Have you got anyone who can at least walk? Right. If they can walk or roll and carry a dish, then bring them in.
Yeah, I was gonna change my name to be a little bit longer, so they stop calling me.
Yeah, that's been
Because
tough.
I had to help out, as a management, had to come down and then fill up the positions. I had to be able to do everything in the house. Some days I had to be a host. Some day I had to be uh, doing the kitchens. Some day I had to do a dishwash. Yeah, but that's part of the game, So
Yeah, and I'm sure you're working really long hours, and I mean you're still in startup mode. I mean, for the first year or two, it's working through all the issues and trying to get the business going and finding people, and so you're still
right.
early on.
And this is not ours. This is not new to us because we have other. I have other restaurants that we've been running. We have the Thai restaurant. We have sushi. So I manage most most of the business. So I know now we had to adapting a little bit since the situations that are happening on the shortest. So I had to training more peoples and relocate peoples. They instead of they do one job, one positions, I had to train them to do more positions. The staff member that we have right now, so
Yeah.
they be able to switch and more flexibles.
Are your other businesses in Frederick as well? Or
Yeah, I had a sushi place in Frederick called Lazy Fish. It's in downtown Frederick as well. It's probably like 5 minute walk,
yeah,
just right around the corner. Um, and that one has been in business for 7 years. And we also had a Thai restaurant, about 30 minute drive. Um, yeah, and then yeah, sometimes we had to switch the people. Hey, I need you to help me out. At these locations, do certain things and all that. You know.
yeah,
But thankful I had the staff member that I have right now. They're very helpful. I'm thankful for that. Thankful
yeah,
for that.
yeah. And you got an advantage there because you've got experienced people in the Thai restaurant and in the
Mhm.
sushi bar that you can bring in if you need them, and if you got
Right.
extra people there, you can send them out. So it's really nice to have that capability to cover for sick days and call outs and all that kind of
Right.
stuff.
I mean, yeah, if you're talking about sick day, like, oh my goodness, like during the vaccine situations, people had to go and for the vaccinated, and some we have some people who had the COVID situation too.
Yeah,
So at that time, it's like crazy. Now we passed that period already.
yeah, and hopefully that period is not going to come back
Yeah.
and get us. So, how do you split your time up with three restaurants and that you're trying to operate? Or do you have like general managers in the other locations that are kind of managing those for the most part? Or
Yeah, we had the staff member that can help me out. Can be and can taking care for me, um, who I can rely on. But most of the time, I let my partner doing most of the stuff in Thai restaurant, and I manage two in downtown, so I don't have to go back and forth 30-minute drive.
yeah,
So most of the time, I just manage the sushi place and the ramen, the Tsunami,
gotcha.
uh, around the corner. And also my wife, sometime I have to, like you say, I need your help, please. So she
Please,
she helped me out, like hey, someday that people, I cannot be there. I need her to just hop in for a few hours for rush hour, like from like 5 to 7:30. She need to be there, just walk around, see everything,
yeah.
everything going smooth.
That's really good. It's nice to have family and friends who can jump in and help. Um,
Exactly.
I'm sure when the phone rings at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, your wife's phone rings. She's probably like, "Oh Lord, it's Moo. He needs me to come to work."
uh, yeah. And then every morning I have to check my text, like, oh, nothing
Yeah,
happening in the morning. Like, oh, I don't want to check my text.
yeah. You don't want to see who's not showing today.
Hmm.
I understand that. Well, tell me, are you guys? I know like everyone in the country, food prices, have gone skyrocketing high, and there's shortages as well. Are you having any shortages over there with your supply
Oh
chain?
yeah. We had a problem with shortage right now, like, and then the price skyrockets, like the price just go up so crazy. Like it used to be $19 just for the oils, for the fried oils. Now it's $43. The everything is gone up like crazy.
Mm,
But the thing is, we still keeping the price. That's what we have right now. Um, and see how it's gonna turn out in the next few months. I don't, like we had to take the loss for take the loss on the profit size for now,
Yeah.
because we don't want to jump in and increase the price too much price, and then it's going to be on our customer side
Yeah.
too. Anything that we can reduce a little bit, we're going to reduce a little bit. Anything that we can cut off, anything that unnecessary expand, we're gonna try to do that first.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
that makes sense. And you got those two choices. You got to either absorb the loss,
right,
in margin, or you got to raise prices, because there's only so many other costs you can cut.
right, exactly.
You can't cut your rent and your utility bills and all that. So
Right. All the fixed costs, you cannot do anything.
yeah,
But like some here and there, you have to tell all your staff members, just be careful on what you're doing, or make sure all the food is turned over, and no waste or anything that you don't really necessary to use, don't use it. Um, try to help out the restaurant as well.
yeah. Or let me ask you about marketing. And I know you started with the Facebook post, for Tsunami Rami, but you got other restaurants as well. Or what are you doing for marketing? Across all your restaurants, is it primarily social media?
Yeah,
what all are you guys doing?
yeah, primary social medias. We hire the marketing group to do the most of the time we do video marketings, um, to do promoting, and then put on the Facebook, Instagram, um, and all the social medias. But like I said, right now I try to cut the cost of the spending. So some of the marketing, we cut down a little bit right now. Plus, the last 2-3 months, people come out. After no more masks, no more lockdown, people come out spending. We are really busy at this point. And so I say, let's stop the marketing for now and focus on the inside the house first.
Yeah.
you know and we had to look at the numbers, how much spending and how much, just had to be more careful on spending part.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That is one place where you can pull back on the spending on the marketing side, especially if you're already busy and at capacity because you don't have enough staff. Um,
Right, exactly.
no reason to grab more people and have them
Right.
coming in. So yeah, that makes sense, and a lot of people are doing similar things in their business to try and fight down the costs that you can't control from those outside food companies. So it's a challenge, but it sounds like you're doing everything you can to keep everything running smoothly and profitably. Um,
Yeah, I mean, you have to look at the numbers closely, when you do the business, and we not try to be so aggressive or we kind of like stay low, go locals, helping out the locals sometime, um, and then just keep things rolling. Make sure, also taking care of my staff as well, because the pricings go up, then we had to pay more salary for them as well, because everything go up. We had to take care inside the house first.
yeah. Yeah. Hey, I meant to ask you a minute ago and I lost it, but we were talking about marketing. Do you guys do loyalty programs at all your restaurants or?
Um, Personally, we don't really focus on any loyalty program or anything like that. because my personal philosophy is just the we do everything right, people gonna come.
Yeah,
I
you don't
rather
need it.
spend I rather spend more money to inside for the food quality, for the food qualities, for the pricings, and also for the maintaining the restaurant. If people like it, they're gonna bring their friend and family, and then they're gonna take a pictures, and that's all the marketing for us on that part.
Yeah,
You know,
good point. Very
we
very good point.
we just don't want any like 20% off today, 50% off, free spring rolls, and we just believe in our food qualities.
Well, I understood completely, and again, you don't really need it right now, and that's great. So why get involved in it and add that complexity and cost? Hey, are you guys looking to expand or grow or add any new locations in the near future, or are you kind of holding steady right now?
We are holding steady right now because of the COVID situations, and then the shortage, the pricings
Yeah,
of we had to go back and right. I'm sorry. Right now, I have to go back and think about how we operate things.
yeah,
Like I say, how we gonna have some new plan for dealing with the pricings and shortage, and how we gonna uh, operate, because I cannot do like one man show. I used to be like one man show. Let me do this. I can do this. I can do the accounting. I can do marketing. I can do front of the house. I can do back of the house. But right now it's like, okay, let's have a new plan. Let's have the meeting. Let's have the new group coming in. The thing that I don't have to do it, so I try to pass along to someone to do it, or training the new people to do it, so I can focus on other things that more important.
yeah.
Unlike I still had to look at the spending, and those type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, well, that's what the owner's supposed to be able to do, is to focus on those things that make you either grow or become more profitable and
Right,
stay in business, because you're
right,
supporting employees and their families, and that's really where you want to get to. You want to get out of the kitchen so that you can kind of manage the business.
right, exactly.
Yeah, well, that's good advice for any restaurant owner who
Right. I mean,
as you get bigger and larger. Sorry.
it's just simple. If you need help, get help. If you need help, get help.
Yeah, that's great advice. Any parting words of wisdom as we get close to wrapping up here? We're closing in on our time, but what other advice might you give to any other restaurant owners or entrepreneurs in their business? And again, I love the last one. As a great piece of advice, but any other things that you would share with them that they could watch out for or do?
I would say don't don't focus too much. Sometimes you might have to step back a little bit, or like, don't be stressful too much. Some you might have to take a couple days off, do some things on your own, and don't worry about it. Your business still gonna be running. You playing, don't worry about it. You just come back and refresh yourself first. Okay, get yourself some time off, and get yourself refreshing, so you have some little bit open mind, and check on, try to move more, and then adapting to. Don't just do the same thing over and over. Have some planning, have some goals, uh, for the next the short-term goal and long-term goals, and see what is your business uh, strategies, or what is your business models. Like I say, you want to be just mom and pop, or you want to be growing, and then have some plan, you know um and I think that should be it. And anything that you do, just I would say focus on your number too. Like the number that you have on your paperwork is not it, the number don't lie. Either you do too much and then you lost your profit, or you do too little and something happened.
Yeah.
So
Well, I love that. That's actually great. A whole string of great pieces of advice. And I was just trying to catch them all and taking notes as you were talking. So for all of our listeners out there, I think Moo, you're thinking in the right direction. You're thinking about strategy. You're thinking about business models. You're thinking long term, short term, tracking numbers, making sure that our businesses are running as efficiently as they can. So I love what you're doing, and I'm sure you guys are going to be super successful. And we wish you the very best with Tsunami Rami. Even though you opened up during COVID, it looks like everything's moving in the right direction. So congratulations.
thank you.
You're very welcome. And for all our listeners, this is Moo Rung on with Tsunami Rami in Fredrick, Maryland. They've only been open about a year and a half or so now. I think I got that right. And
Yeah.
if you're in that area and you haven't had the opportunity to visit Tsunami Rami, we would love for you to get down there and support these guys, or continue to support them if you're already a customer. And of course, Moo's got some other businesses as well with the sushi and Thai locations. So we hope you'll support him all the way around. And again, Moo, thank you for being on today and for sharing all your experiences and your ideas and strategies with our listeners. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for having me. And if you have time, like you say, have time, stop by.
Absolutely.
If you somehow, and I would like you to stop by too. If you in downtown Fredricks.
Yeah, I absolutely would love to. I'm hoping that one day I can just start making my rounds and visiting all the guests that I've had, because it would just be cool. It'd be cool to do like a road show and get me a camper I can drive maybe, and just cruise around the country and go visit everyone.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. So
yeah, it would be
really
that
one. Yeah, you should do it.
It would be
It's
really.
Gonna be your next project.
Yeah, you know what? I might put that up on like my midterm goal kind of thing. Maybe next year or something. I could take some time off and go do that. That would be really cool. But
I think it's going to be a lot of fun for you too.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for being on today and sharing with our listeners. And for our listeners, thank you for being here and joining us for another great episode of the Local Leaders Podcast with Moo Rung. We hope that you'll come back for our next show. We've got quite a few episodes up on your favorite podcast channels and on YouTube today. So please jump over there, check them out, and start following some of these great business owners and what they're doing across the country. Thank you again to our listeners, and we'll see you at the next episode.